Hello and welcome to my vlog. This is my video or my recording of my 4 and 10 week out check-in. I'm definitely proud of the progress I've been making, especially this last couple of weeks. However, I do know that I still have a ways to go, and one of my biggest problem areas is my glute hamstring tie-in. Just leaning out my lower body is definitely one of the last places to lean out. So just before COVID in 2020, my husband and I decided to turn our garage into a gym, and we bought some equipment. We got a pretty nice setup going, and this is where we work out every day. So my plan here calls for a leg press and calf press on the leg press machine superset. However, since I work out at home most of the time, I modify things. So just try to look up and see what other exercises I can do to hit some of the same muscles, and just of course just really mind-muscle connection, focus on what I'm doing. And of course, in between sets, I always like to try to practice my posing. I think that's a common competitor thing, just a great way to fill in between sets. So I just got done with my cryo, and I am eating a little bit of lunch that left over. I was eating some on the way here. I feel like I'm always eating in my car, but I've got my Il Chino's bulk ground turkey. It is amazing and everything, and then some shredded lettuce and cucumbers, and then my 0-calorie sauce that I make with Frank's Red Hot sauce, apple cider vinegar, some 0-calorie mustard that you'll see in another clip, and then I had a little bit of taco seasoning and some truffle seasoning. So I think that's it. And then I have a little bit of fats to use, and so I used macadamia nut butter, which I know sounds weird, but don't knock it till you try it. Nut butter is amazing as I don't know, not just a sweet thing, but on like meats. I mean, if you think about it, like Thai foods, they use a lot of like peanuts, and that sounded wrong. Peanuts. So anyways, yeah, try it. It's good. Let me know what you think. So I'm gonna head to the chiropractor, and then I'm gonna try to come back here to where I cryo because they're having an event, and doing some giveaways. So I'd like to try to come back and see if I can win something. And then I'm getting my knees injected today with, I think it's called Gel 1. It's a hyaluronic acid injection. And I'll talk to you more about that in a bit. But I gotta run and finish eating. And I don't think you want to watch me eat. So, thanks. Hello and welcome to my very first video of my YouTube series. Let's see, so this is going to be about my road back to stage. So I'm gonna share with you just a little bit about my journey into competing just for this first video, so it might be a little bit longer, but anyways, I know I personally enjoy some of these longer videos while I'm doing cardio. It helps pass the time, so hopefully some of you like this. Anyways, let's see, I am a firefighter paramedic, and in 2018, I believe it was, got an opportunity to be in a female firefighter calendar poster, and really, you know, just a cool opportunity, and the pictures are really cool. But I think the one thing it just really kind of disappointed me is I didn't feel like I didn't look as muscular as I felt like I would have liked to look for being a female firefighter and somebody who has to work out on a regular basis, you know, just for my job, to be able to be healthy and strong and be able to move patients, and if need be, move myself or another firefighter. And so it's important, and I just don't feel like I look like what I'm supposed to portray. So anyways, I've been working out at a gym ever since I was 14, 15. I started working as a lifeguard at River Point Sports and Wellness at the gym, and worked out with trainers when I started working there. And so I've been working out, been lifting since I was 14 or 15. And I've been, you know, obviously it's been a long time, and I feel like I was just kind of a little stagnant with what I was doing, and just needed some other ideas, and maybe needed to see if maybe I needed to be pushed a little bit. So I decided to hire a personal trainer for a period of time and see if it helped kind of give me some other things to work towards. So anyways, I met with the trainer and mentioned about maybe even be kind of fun to do you know, a bodybuilding competition sometime. And I was like, hadn't even really thought of that, never looked into it, never been to a show. And so my husband and I started researching a little bit of it, the different categories, and decided to go to an OCB show here in Albuquerque. And I was like, yeah, this is something I want to give it a try. And probably bikini would be my best, just because I don't have a ton of muscle. And so I started working with a trainer from my gym. She had done a show herself, and so she was kind of helping me with, you know, the workout plan, and she was also helping me with the nutrition. And we got my calories pretty high. I think I did put on a fair amount of body fat. But you know, it was an interesting thing to be on. I haven't been on that side of things in a long time, where I was having a hard time getting all my food in, and almost miserable at night trying to eat everything. And I kind of miss that now. But yeah, it's crazy. You know, you always miss what you don't have, or I think it's just we've got to learn to appreciate the time we're in and what we're doing. So anyways, I started working with her towards my first show. It was an OCB show, and competed. Did not place at all, but I had a blast. I was nervous as hell on stage, and I had also decided I was going to do a PCA show. The PCA was doing their first shows here in the U.S., and they had one here in Albuquerque. So I decided I was going to do that one, and it was like right after my other one. And so cut just a little bit more and did that one, had a blast. and there wasn't a bunch of masters, and so I think I qualified for their, like, I don't remember exactly how it went down, but anyways, I qualified to be able to compete, I believe, at their Florida PCA show, and it was, like, I don't know if it was about maybe a month and a half or 2 months after that. So my trainer was actually moving out of state, and so I decided to try out another coach here, and we cut hard and fast for that short period of time, and I dropped weight fast, had a nice six-pack, did fairly okay, didn't do bad, enjoyed the show. I did not reverse well, though. I think it just had been my first hard kind of cut, and just being really strict, and I think I was like, there was weeks where I was just eating, I think, just salmon. That's all I remember eating, and I don't know, for me, I think that kind of restriction, it just kind of leads for me to eating all the things that I had been wanting to eat that I couldn't have. So did not reverse right, gained a bunch of weight back fast, and then decided I wanted to compete in 2019, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do as far as a coach, and wasn't sure as far as spending the money on it. And my husband's very supportive and believes in me very, a lot, and he felt that I could train myself, coach myself. So I thought, okay, he believes in me, I'll give it a try. So I started trying to coach myself, and honestly, it did not go that well. But I did it for the year, and I did 3 shows. I did, I think, 2 OCB and 1 PCA, I believe, and I did 1 show with my daughter, my older daughter. That was a lot of fun. But anyways, I think it was one of those things that I kept second guessing everything I was thinking about doing, and I would try one thing, but I wouldn't stick with it for very long, and then I was like, well, maybe I'm not eating enough calories, or maybe I'm eating too many calories, and so I didn't do very well. I didn't place well. I didn't make a whole lot of progress. And then I think it was around August or so of 2019, I went out and decided to meet with Adam with Team Elite, and decided to start working with him. I did I think initially it was a 12 or 16 week I think it was 16-week program with him, and that went well. I was super strict as far as, like, I did not let up for anything. Like, I even went on a bachelorette excursion thing to Texas, and I did not drink. I bought my own food and made my own food, and I was on it, and I made sure I went to the gym every morning before everyone got up, and I really stuck to it. And so then 2020 pretty much ended up being on prep almost the entire year. Actually, it was at least a year since I'd started, before then. And shows kept getting postponed and canceled, and it was just hard because I got lean. Looking back now, I didn't realize how lean I was, but I got really lean, and definitely the best I've ever looked. But I think it was just so much restriction for me that, again, I didn't reverse well. But on top of the feeling kind of restricted and stuff, my dad ended up passing away, and I am an emotional eater, so that was not a good combination, and it did not go well. And then my husband and I went to Puerto Vallarta for kind of an anniversary thing, and it was also right after my dad's passing, and it was an all-inclusive resort, which was my first time ever being to one, and I thought I could intuitively kind of eat, but again, I put on weight way too fast. So then started working with Sam with Team Elite in 2021, I believe, yeah. And I think we tried to get into a cut maybe too early. I think I wanted to, and I think she was okay with it, and so we went for it, and my body just was not responding to anything she tried. So, and then I ended up with COVID, and still went ahead and went to Tahoe and did the one. Oh, so 2020, let me go back. 2020, I did my very first NPC show. At the end of all the 2020 madness, I finally ended up going to California, did the West Coast Center Podium show, and had a blast, placed well, got nationally qualified, and was my first NPC show. So it was a blast. So then I decided I was going to do in 2021 the Tahoe Center Podium show. Like I said, I got COVID. My body hadn't been responding well. Then it was even worse after getting COVID. But I had already spent the money, so I went even against my coach's advice because I didn't want to waste the money. And I decided to just go and have fun anyways, which I did. And I don't regret it. It was definitely, it was still a good experience, and it was practice of working on my stage presence, and I'm glad I did it. So anyways, got back and ended up deciding to take a little bit of time for myself, away from the team for a bit, and just kind of do some life pondering, and decided it was best for me to kind of keep myself open to other coaches and other ideas. And so I will go into that in the next clip. I gotta go inside and make my husband dinner and then go back and get my niece from Taekwondo. So I will follow up soon. All right, welcome back. So let's see, where were we? We were to the very end of 2021. It was a few months before December, a couple months before December, and I did. Kara from Angel had told me that Hannah was starting her own team, and that she might be somebody that I might talk to see if it was the right fit for me. And so let me just say that Team Elite they're a great team. It's nothing against them that I'm not with them anymore. Adam and Sam were great, really nice people. I think for me, it just wasn't quite the right fit. I just felt like a little too big of a team. I just didn't, however you want to take this, I didn't feel that important. So it just didn't feel quite like the right fit for me. And I was also really wanting to try a macro-based approach. And so all these came into play, and I decided to talk with Hannah, and I talked with her. She called me right away after I filled out her information, and just felt like just from talking with her, and then I sent her an email with some other questions and her responses back, and I just felt like it was going to be a good fit. And unfortunately, you don't know till you try. But I told her that, I was going to still need a couple more months, and so I told her I would start with her in December, and so I did. And we've been working towards some shows, and we've had to push them back a couple because my body has just continued to be slow to respond. And I do think a big part of my problem is stress. I feel like it's kind of stress wreaks havoc on your system, on your GI, on your body, and I have had issues with my hormones and just a lot of things. So anyways, I've just really tried to be patient and consistent, and Hannah's been very patient with me, and we've decided to put off some of the shows that we've been working towards just because I wasn't ready. And we're now coming today, we are just under 4 weeks out from the San Antonio Tim Gardner show and the Angel Fashion show, and then just under 10 weeks out from the New Mexico State Open here in Albuquerque with Center Podium. So I would like to do both of the shows. However, I do have a little bit of reservations about the one in 4 weeks. I don't feel like I'm quite ready, but I would like to still do it because I feel like I would like to have the opportunity to get on stage and get, peak and prep, just kind of do this part with having a coach there. It's kind of exciting for me to be able to have that opportunity, and for her to see me in person, and how things, my body fills out with a little bit or whatever she decides to do. So I would like to do it for that, for one of the reasons, and I feel like it's going to continue to push me for the show in just under 10 weeks. So I feel like that's definitely going to be the show that I'm going to bring a better package, but I don't feel like the one in 4 weeks would be a bad decision. There's been a couple other ones before now that I'm glad we didn't do. My body has started to respond well this past week, and I dropped 2 pounds from last Monday till today, and just about to pick up my niece. So I will finish filling in on my check-in and what my plans are later. Good morning. I've got my seaweed wrap on from Seaweed Squeeze Me Skinny with my neoprene waist trainer. Got it all the way shut, so we'll be hopefully moving to the next size soon. Up and doing my cardio. I got to take it a little bit easy on my knees since I just had those injections 2 days ago. So I'm just going to go nice and light today and see how they feel, and then hopefully be right back on normal intensity tomorrow. I took yesterday off of cardio, and then today I'm just doing some light cardio and no weights. So tomorrow will be weights and cardio. That's about it. Just sticking to my cryo, and of course nutrition. Everything is pretty much on track and been making progress. Had a new low weigh-in yesterday, 126.8, and was the same this morning, so happy with that. And then Friday I will have a little bit of higher carb calorie day, so we'll see if I have another drop after that. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next clip. I realized I don't think I finished filling in on my check-in on Monday. So Coach Hannah was excited about my check-in. Again, the 2-pound drop from the week before, and I've also had, well, like I already said, another little drop yesterday, and I just feel like we're making really good progress right now, but she didn't change anything with my cardio or my nutrition. We're just gonna kind of keep seeing. We're gonna kind of keep seeing as long as I keep making improvements. No need to change it since I'm already pretty low calorie and fairly high cardio. Not horrible, but still got about a little over 9 weeks. So gotta have a little bit of room to make some changes, and as long as my body's still responding, no sense in changing things. So yeah, was happy with my check-in. I think Hannah was happy with my check-in, and she gets back so fast, so responsive, and so encouraging, and just makes me feel amazing. Not that I need that, but when you're working hard and you're pushing, it's nice to have a little bit of just affirmation that what you're doing is noticed. Not that you need it noticed, but I mean, really, you need to be your own cheerleader, and and that's why I also like to watch a lot of the motivational YouTube videos, just to kind of daily get my head in the right place. I always start my day with a devotion, of course, because that's my number one priority, and then I like to get my workout in first thing because that's when I have my energy. So get my workout in, watch some motivational YouTube videos, or listen to some motivational music, and then either cryo before or after work, and work, and then take care of my husband, my mom, my niece, and just keep prepping meals. I like to do a lot of, I do occasionally do a prepped meal from Milchinos that's already prepped. Otherwise I do more frequently the bulk meats, and then I just throw in usually a frozen veggie, just because it's so simple and so easy. So I usually throw in either, like today, I did frozen green beans with my lean ground turkey from Milchinos, and discount code is ROTERO15 for those of you in Albuquerque. And let's see, and then a little bit of like seasoning and 0-calorie mustard or Frank's hot sauce. So that's kind of my thing. I like to season with, especially when I start getting lower calories. And then having some cucumbers. And then this morning had a little Il Chino peanut butter protein little bar I have like as a pre-workout. And then after I have some protein oats with protein powder, a little bit of blueberries, and had a little bit of macadamia nut butter for my fats. And then tonight I'll have some more lean ground turkey. I'll mix it up more this week. I've got some bulk salmon and some bulk tilapia and some more bulk ground turkey, so I'll use that too. And then I already cut up some zucchini that I'll add in tonight, and some spinach, some frozen spinach, because that's just a lot easier. And then I had already cut up an onion, and then I'll have some protein walnut banana bread from Milchinos with some more macadamia nut butter. So just very tasty, very satisfying, even though it's low calorie for the total for the day. And then just, of course, getting in my gallon or more of water. And I like to mix that up with some like electrolytes for flavor, BCAAs. I do like to do Bomar's apple cider BCA and hot water at night. It's kind of like a hot apple cider. So good. And then I do a lot of hot tea also during the day, like herbal teas or decaffeinated black tea with some chocolate or toffee nut stevia drops. And yeah, just getting through the days and making the most of every day and enjoying the process. And of course my energy gets low, but that's to be expected. Just excited. I'm excited to see my body finally responding. And I mean, I try not to put too much energy into what the scale says, because I know I can be doing some recomping. It's hard to say. I mean, I do notice my body is changing, but it is kind of rewarding to eventually see some weight drops, because you just kind of let you know that what you're doing is working, and maybe my metabolism is improving. I don't know if it's the cryo or what, but and I did add a little bit of senna into my daily kind of routine, and that's helped keep things even more regular. So don't know how long I should be taking that for, but I'm trying to just take it as kind of not too often, but we'll see. Feel good. So alright, here's a random clip of my daily vitamins and showing my nails, dip nails that I did for the week. I did film a few other clips. Unfortunately, I filmed them in slow-mo, so there's no audio, and
really no point in seeing me driving with nothing else to say. So I will catch you in the next video for the 3 and 9 weeks out. Thanks for watching.